differences between constraint and obj validate, differences between obj validate and edit validate. Okay, so between, first we'll go ahead with obj validate and edit validate. I can say this rule obj validate, this is rule edit validate. What are the differences? What are the differences? This side I'm going to take obj. Okay, let me say this is validate. Okay, and this one is edit validate. Now tell me what are the differences? What is the first difference? What is validate? This is server side validation. This is client side validation. Next, what is the second one? Here we use functions. Then this one, what is it? I don't know. Where I have to stop this? Okay, let's go at this way. Now tell me what is the other difference? This is here. Okay, here we need to write Java code. Okay, what else? Next, what are the other differences? Yeah, we can validate, perfect, multiple properties. Multiple properties. Here we can validate only one property. See, in the business logic, can you write validating other properties? Is that possible? Here, that is not possible. Okay. So next, we can validate multiple properties. We can validate one property. This validation specific to flow action, on which we call the validate rule. Here, this is property level validation. Any screen we use this property, it will be validated. Correct? Any other differences that you identified? Any other differences? In the activity, if you want to call validate, use obj validate method. We can call this an activity using obj validate method. We can call this using property validate method. So let's go ahead and open here. Any activity open or an added step. Property validate. See, property validate, if you expand, so what is the name of the property? And here you go and you are getting I want to validate. So you are going to validate in an activity age property using the validation rule validate as. See, this is something different you need to understand. Now in this situation your edit validate is server side validation. It is executing at what place? Business logic place. Business logic have to communicate with the server. So now here you call it as server side validation. When you use it in UI and on refresh it is happening, that is from the property. So this is from business logic side. In this scenario your edit validate is being executed as server side validation. This you need to understand. So if you want to call an edit validate in an activity, you will be using property validate, and also we can use page validate. Look at here, there is another method. There is another method called page validate. These are all important for the interviews. Page validate, you will specify some step page. Step page you will specify. On this step page, you have 5 properties. Suppose age, property 2, property 3, something. All these properties in their advanced tab, they have edit validate rules. Those will be executed. Page has n number of properties. Suppose 10 properties are there. 3 out of these 10 properties have edit validates implemented on the advanced tab, called on the advanced tab. Those will be validated with the edit validate. Here also your edit validate is server side validation. So edit validate you can call by using property validate method, and if you use page validate method, so page validate is going to, look at here, hang on. So use page validate method for forced validation or revalidation you can perform again. So of the value of all properties on step page. So the system adds a message to each of the clipboard property if the validation fails against the properties. So this is going to, okay, just hang on, use this is going, where is it? Not this one. Okay, here it is not given. So this works for rule edit validate. Okay, now you look at here, use obj validate method, not page validate method, to validate specific properties identified in rule obj validate. Means you can go ahead and open it and add obj validate. So obj validate you are going to use, you can call the obj validate rule we have created, you remember. Now this will execute obj validate rule. Whatever the properties you define there, those will be executed for the validation purpose. If you use page validate is going to validate all the properties on this step page if it has a validation implemented with Java code. Otherwise it will not do that. It will not bother about it. Okay. So property validate is going to validate only, property validate is going to validate a property with the given edit validate, whatever that you select here. Okay, this is clear. You can go ahead and call property validate, and you can go ahead and use property validate and call an edit validate rule on a property that will be validated against the specified edit validate. Okay, this is one point. And the second one is page validate. You will mention a step page. All the properties on the step page will be validated. Okay, for what type of validation? Edit validate. For edit validate. Suppose if you want to perform obj validate, you have a method separately. Obj validate you will call obj validate rule that will be executing obj validate and validate it. So this is how your obj validate you will be calling using validate. You will be calling using obj validate method. Edit validate, there are two ways. One is property validate. Other one is page validate. Page validate will identify all the properties, whichever the on the step page, whichever the properties have edit validate been written already on the properties, those will be executed for edit validate. And now coming to property validate, I'll ask you a question now. I'm using property validate. I've given age here, validate for this one, something like this one. Now tell me what validation. Age already has edit validate called on the advanced tab, but here I am giving alphanumeric validation. Now what happens? So I have age property available. On the age property advanced tab I have used some validation. Okay, validate age between 18 and 65. But coming to activity, I am writing property validate age, I am giving another validation rule here. Now what happens? This will take priority, this will be executed always. It will not bother about what is there on age. It will always take from here. That's why he is mentioning to specify the validate. Otherwise, you can only give property, take from the advanced tab of the property and execute it. Okay. So always it will take the priority at the activity level, and whatever the validate rule that you pass here is going to override the validation that is being written on the property. You may find some situations where you want it to be validated differently again, separate validation. So the advantage of using property validate, what is the advantage of using property validate? You can perform multiple validations on a property. Can you perform multiple validations? So age will be validated first, alphanumeric, okay, success. Then it will validate contain space or not. Like this, you can perform multiple validations on properties. At the same time, you can perform multiple validations for multiple properties as well at a time. It validates. So like this, property validate can be used. These are required for interview questions purpose. It will throw messages to the properties on the page. You give a page, so this property should be there on step page, some page, primary page or step page. It will throw error messages. So appropriately based on error messages, you need to find out at runtime. Has messages, property has error message. There are some predefined when rules. You need to identify accordingly. You need to code afterwards. Exit out of the activity. You can use, suppose this property has messages. Now it has executed and it has thrown error message. Now there is a step page. On this step page, the property will be assigned with error message, like how I have shown yesterday. Now you need to use, okay, here there are predefined when rules. Okay, I will show you here. Functions are there. Has message on property, has messages on property, or has messages property. Yeah, you can use this. Has messages on property means there is an error message on the property that is available. You can take this has messages on property and appropriately you can proceed forward. Where is it? You can mention the property and all. So this is the condition that you are going to choose. Message has properties, then exit to other step or jump to another step. On the other step, whatever the jumped step, whatever the step that you are jumping to, you can write property set messages. This will return back to same screen. Suppose this activity is executing after you submit the screen. This is executing. Based on if the property has error messages, you are going to set the property set messages back to page. So it will go back to the same screen and wait on the same screen. Error messages will be displayed. So like that you can implement. So this is all your knowledge how you have to go and implement. So like this, you can use edit validate multiple ways. Directly apply it on property, or you can call it in an activity using property validate or page validate, and validate rule. You can call it in flow action or you can call it in this one. So your edit validate, when it is being executed from property, that is in the UI, that is client side validation. When it comes to business logic, that is server side validation. So these are the differences between your validate and edit validate. Okay, let me summarize. This is a server side validation. Edit validate is a client side validation. Here we are going to use functions, and here we are going to use Java code. And we can validate multiple properties of a screen. Here we can validate one and only one property. This validation specific to flow action. This is a property level validation. Any screen we use this property, it will be validated. And we can call this in an activity using obj validate method, and we can call edit validate using property validate, as well as page validate also works for the same. So now next thing is, what are the differences between constraint and obj validate. What are the difference between constraint and obj validate? First point, constraint is a server side validation. Sorry, validate is a server side validation. Constraint, client side validation. Here we use functions. Here also we use functions. We can use functions as well. Okay, so this is not required. And we can validate multiple properties. Here also we can validate multiple properties. You can add more, plus icon and more. This validation is specific to flow action. This is correct, and this is wherever we use the property. Wherever we use property throughout our application, constraint will get executed. Constraint will get executed. We call this using activity obj validate method. This one there is no need to call it. Call this. It gets executed automatically. These are the differences between validate and a constraint. Any other differences you identify, you just go ahead and make a note of it. Any other differences? Online.
Yeah.
Any other differences are there between constraint and validate and edit validate? We can define that also. Okay, fine. So this is about edit validate. Oh, sorry. What is it? Validate, constraint, as well as edit validate. Any questions in